Welcome back to On the Rise as Canada advances to the Concacaf Nations League semi-final with a very impressive and dominant 3-0 victory over Suriname, courtesy of goals from Jonathan David and two from the Maritime Messi and Jacob Schaffelberg. But this performance wasn't strictly up to the goal scorers, it was a very exciting team performance. The whole team had a very good game, a very exciting performance, and it was a true Canada performance under Jesse Marsch. Across two legs, absolutely dominating Suriname, whether it was away or home, winning this match and this tie 4-0 in aggregate, but also just in the fashion it was won by. Dominant over both legs, controlling both games, whether possession or tactically. The subs were impressive, as well as just seeing how we pressed from the front foot. This Canadian team under Jesse Marsch has just gone up so many levels, and this performance at home at BMO, a cold pitch, but a very good pitch at BMO, was very exciting to watch and just great to see how we have come from that disappointing loss against Jamaica now to an incredible win against Suriname and a great result for this Canadian side, sending them into a semi-final. But we're going to break this match down, guys, and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on reacting straight away after that result. But before we do, guys, drop down below. Let me know your thoughts and comments on the performance, and smash that sub button, guys, because we're so close to 500 subscribers, and hit that like if you're excited to see Canada into the semi-final. But we're jumping straight into it, guys, because this was a very exciting performance from Canada, and I'll be saying that a lot throughout this match because I absolutely loved watching that game. And this was a completely different Canadian side than we saw in Suriname. And I predicted in my preview, I thought we were going to see an impressive game from both our fullbacks and see them have the chance to bomb on, get more freedom, and get more clearly chances up the pitch and more chance creation for Larea and Alistair Johnston. They did exactly what I expected them to. Jesse Marsch gave them that freedom, gave them that ability to bomb on up the pitch, create chances, use their dribbling ability, use that passing ability, and Larea and Schaffelberg's link up was sublime. And when you look at that, Larea is our backup left back. Can you imagine if that was Alphonso Davies and Jacob Schaffelberg? It would have been extremely exciting. But Larea had a fantastic game. So did Alistair Johnston on the right side. Had a mistake or two, but really recovered for it. But our fullbacks were very instrumental to how we play most of the time, especially with pressing and pressing from the front foot, and also getting involved with the wingers. And we didn't see that away in Suriname. It was too hot. It was a big travel. And now coming back to BMO, to a much more different climate, to where this Canadian side is more into playing and likes to play in this kind of weather, they played it extremely well. And Jesse Marsch gave them the freedom that they truly needed to get up and get attacking that back line of Suriname, and caused so many problems for the fullbacks of Suriname, for the midfield of Suriname. And this Canadian side absolutely dominated, especially at the heart of that midfield. Estacio and Chouanier had such a great game, and especially with David coming in and playing more of a false nine or more of a 10 role to help out, to win more balls, to be more creative with his passing. It was very exciting to see. But also, it was so fun to see the likes of Kamal Miller back on the pitch. It was very unfortunate to see how early he went down with that knee injury and then goes out with that head problem. Both looked like substitutions waiting to happen when he went down on both of them, especially that head injury. It looked like time for Kamal Miller to come off. But Kamal Miller truly showed that fight, the belief that he wants to be out there, and he wants to fight for that number 3 role. And it was amazing to see from Kamal Miller, and just shows that this Canadian side has such a deep squad now. Kamal is able to have a great performance. We're able to see Joel Waterman step in and have a great performance, who I think is still the number 3. But it was amazing to see Kamal Miller start, have a good performance as well. Not overly challenged, but when he was able to make very composed passes, or defensively down the channels, played very well also. But this Canadian side was very dominant. This is one of those performances where you look and you just say, were we really scared against Suriname? I don't think we were. This was such a dominant performance, and you got to look, did they create any chances? I don't think Suriname really did. The only chances they had that were really blaring was Alistair Johnston kind of lackadaisically passing in the midfield and losing it, but makes a phenomenal recovery, which clears it. And also later in the game, they had one little chance, which goes begging, but that was when Canada and Richie Larea were bombing on to try to get their 4th. And this Canadian side easily could have had a 4th or a 5th. But there's one one or two points I really want to key into on the reaction before we move on, guys. It was the substitutions. Under John Herdman, under Mauro Biello, we always used to talk about why wasn't he brought on? Why wasn't he brought on? Or he should have came on, and there was always regret on different substitutions that weren't made or why he came on. And now with the likes of Jesse Marsch, every single substitution I saw come on that pitch either played very well or were the right sub that every Canadian fan wanted to see. Looking at all of them, Ismail Kone and Nico Sigor came on in the 64th minute. Ismail Kone was always going to come on for Matthew Chouanier or the likes of Stefan Eustáquio. It was going to happen. And everyone wanted to see that. I predicted in my preview Chouanier would start over Kone, and one of them would get a rest, and then Kone comes on, and he gets his minutes managed. It makes absolute sense. Nico Sigor comes on at right back and has a sensational performance. Another right back who has a great performance. I love to use those adjectives, guys, and I thought Seager was just amazing when he came on. Another fullback that came on and looked great, especially going forward. Seager almost scored, almost got his foot on it. Yes, it was offside, but it's great to see him bombing on as well. But continuing with the subs, in the 74th and 73rd minute, coming on at the same time, was Tajon Buchanan and Jamie Knight-LaBelle. Tajon Buchanan gets more minutes, his minutes are managed, and Jamie Knight-LaBelle comes on for his debut and played very well. Comes on in a 3-0 situation, Canada's dominating, there's no scare for him to come on, and then we bring on Theo Bair with 9-10 minutes with added time to on. Every single substitution was one I personally would have called for. And it was very exciting to see that every single substitution, whether it was Jamie Knight-LaBelle, whether it was Nico Sigor, whether it was the likes of Theo Bair, all young, talented players, whether it was a dual national that just came in, whether it was a Canadian striker that's ready to prove himself, or whether it was players needing minutes in Ismail Kone and Tajon Buchanan. Every single substitution from Jesse Marsch was spot on. That's something Canadian supporters, I don't think, would be able to say for the past eras. And it's just great to see Jesse Marsch nail that. But just seeing the Jamie Knight-LaBelle debuts, seeing Nico Sigor on the pitch, seeing them both on the back line at the same time, is amazing to see. It's very exciting. Now Jamie Knight-LaBelle is cap-tied, which I will be talking about that, guys, tomorrow in my Things to Know video, so stay tuned for that one as well. But Jamie Knight-LaBelle was such an exciting debut to get to see come on the pitch, especially when we've been scouting him for so long. He's had a very decent season, and when we already know another nation in Wales are already monitoring him, are already wanting him, and now Jamie Knight-LaBelle comes on. He's here for the future. He's a great player, and he's going to be exciting to see how he gels into that depth chart. But Canada was so dominated throughout that match. They truly deserved to win that game. 3-0. Yes, you can say it's a fair reflection on that match, but I think you could easily say we should have won that 4 or 5-0. Tajon had a chance to go begging, and so many other players could have had chances or scored many goals, especially if they goal chalked off and was bumping into, which is very unfortunate to see, but it was the right call. It was just one of those things that this side could have easily scored more goals, but 3 goals is definitely a fair reflection of this match. But Canada are off to the semifinals of the Concacaf Nations League, and it's just very exciting to see. Going to Inglewood, California, getting that chance to play against some of the best in Concacaf, whether it's the United States, whether it's Panama, Honduras, or Mexico. This is a great opportunity for Jesse Marsch's side to continue to build momentum, to continue to grow as a group, and to go out there and win silverware. I'll try to get myself out to that game. It's going to be so fun to see Canada advance and also maybe recruit more dual nationals. Hopefully Promise David's been watching this, and hopefully Jesse Marsch has been watching him and gives him that call up. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below on the match, on the reaction, and also smash that sub button and drop a like if you're excited to see Canada into the semifinals. And stay tuned, guys, because there's going to be loads more content, even if there's no Nations League being played. But I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.